Hi guys, today we're having a bit of a more in-depth look at the new FTX DR8, or new to me. It's been around for a while. A lot of people rate it as best value for money 6S basher. This one was 355 quid. I've seen it for a lot more money, but I think sort of 350 to 360 is your target price. So first of all, as I said in my brief thing, I'm really impressed. And we'll look at the back end first. I mean, everything about this is really same quality. We've got everything plastic wise, it's reinforced, everything's hex head, all the parts are marked, stainless adjusters, massive anodized shocks. The chassis is extended, I would think, here at the back to give it its extra length over the 1/8 sort of chassis that it's based on. It's very much got the look of the ZD Pirates and the Hubeos and that sort of thing. Got the metal wheel hubs, proper hubs, anti-roll bars front and rear. These are actually plastic, the arm supports, but you can buy aluminium ones. One thing I was impressed with was the gearbox outer. It's metal on here, and uneven, you know, the TLR Typhon, which I suppose is a similar type of chassis. These are plastic. We've got aluminium shock towers, got shock covers. Obviously we don't need them on this body, but it shows you the buggy heritage of this chassis. It's a massive 4274 motor. We've got an all aluminium body mount. Top mount is aluminium as well, though the underneath supports for the diff are reinforced plastic. Got a sealed waterproof box, 15 kilo metal geared servo, adjustable arms, servo saver built into the steering. Got an Ackerman plate on the steering, so it's very race orientated. And at the front you've got a double ball upright, which gives more steering. Again, it goes back to a race chassis. Elder links are adjustable. Shocks at the front the same, big fat shocks. Shock covers on, aluminium shock tower. Now these pieces, these aluminium pieces, these are pressed as opposed to machined. These are obviously machined. And then if we go over the other side, you'll see you've got a 150 amp 6S ready ESC. It's the WP8BL150, which, as you probably know, is a hobby wing ESC. It's fully programmable, either with a button on the switch, which we'll almost try and show you here if I can get in, a button on the switch, or you can use a programming card. I haven't had a chance to try a hobby wing one with it yet. Got a battery tray that'll take either 2 3S, 2 4S, a 3S, 6S battery. Little piece of foam in there. I would imagine that comes out. 2 sturdy straps. Comes with XT90s, which I thought was very good. Now you've noticed the mess on the bench. I've just been busy soldering, changing all my plugs over to EC5s, but I happen to have a couple of adapters, so I'm not going to bother changing this. I got sturdy body mounts, and well, what else is to say? You know, it's really well made for it to come ready to run with a 2.4 gig radio. It's a typical sort of radio you get with all the Chinese stuff. Probably something similar to a Dumbo RC or a Fly Sky, that sort of equivalent. But I'm really impressed. I mean, even down to the alloy wheel nuts, you know, nice rounded shape. Obviously, I've used them once to take them off, and the anodizing is coming off. So, you know, obviously things are done a little bit to a budget, but you know, it's good. I mean, the wheels are sturdy, the construction of the wheels, unlikely to break them. Good tread on the tyres. I'll just grab the radio and the body to show you. So here's the body. It's a Sand Racer, comes in red as well. Detailed driver, proper spare wheel. The weight in it in the cage is unbelievable. It weighs probably more than a 10 scale buggy, the body alone. All cap head screw construction. Now this, I said initially that it looks like it's, you know, printed and stickered Lexan, but I mean, it could well be plastic. I don't want to bend it and try it, but looking at the way it bends, You know, it's quite thick. It could well be Lexan the body, but it might just be a plastic. Got your detailed driver figure, nice little details. One thing I did notice on here, you've got the metal inserts in here as well on the hubs, which is always good. Metal balls on the inside as well. Obviously little details like that, you know, sticker there. It should have been further down, I think, maybe. I don't know, or maybe should have been cut. I'll just cut that and see if it'll lay down. But you know, overall I'm impressed.